a blanket if you don't have one, and we might be using it here against like a hardwood floor surface. So we're going to get started off in a child's pose, taking your hips back towards your heels, stretching the arms forward, and just bring your forehead down to the floor. And just take these next few deep breaths to slow the mind down. Just whatever you've been doing today, whatever you've been engaged with, just let that start to dissolve as you ground your attention in the next breath. On the inhales, start to just feel the ripple of energy expanding the frame of your body. And on your exhales, just feel the sense of grounding down, getting closer and more connected to the earth, to the foundation of your form. And then walk both hands up and over towards the right. So keep reaching your left sitting bone back and down. Take the arms up and over towards the right. And as the arms are stretching forward, see if you can lengthen the left hip crease a little bit further back. Let the head rest heavy. Take another breath in. As you exhale, slowly come back through the center and then over to the second side. So you're just reaching up and out to the left, feeling a long stretch through the right side body. Let your spine stay long and open. As your right sitting bone feels like it reaches back, the right hand keeps pressing the earth away, so you get a little more length and lift out of that right side. Good. Inhale, slowly come back to the center. Exhale, press up onto all fours, come into tabletop position, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. And as you inhale, go ahead and roll the chest open, spread the collarbones wide. And as you exhale, press the earth away and round your spine deeply. And just about 5 more times or so, nice and slow, controlled movement, creating more space in your spine from the front body to the back body. Good. Just one more cycle through, feeling the full extent, full range of motion through the spine. And come back to a neutral position with your spine. Stretch the left toes back, press down to the left ball mound of the foot, and lift up through the left inseam of the leg. Then take your right arm forward like you're shaking someone's hand. Take an inhale. As you exhale, come out to the diagonal, just a little bit off balance. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, elbow to knee, round the spine. 2 more. Inhale. Find length. Exhale, slight diagonal. Inhale back to the center, navel to spine. Exhale, round. Again, inhaling. Start to tie the breath to movement. Exhale slightly to the diagonal. Inhale back to center. Then exhale, elbow to knee and round. Inhale, draw long through the body. And then exhale, hand down, knee down, tabletop position. And just nice and easy, 2 rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, chest rolls open. See if you can pull the shoulder blades further down your back. As you exhale, press the floor away and try to spread the shoulder blades apart. Good. 1 more. Then come back to neutral with your spine. Stretch your left arm forward. Stretch your right toes back, push down to the ball mound of the back foot. And then lift up from the inseam of the right leg. Find a long line of energy. Then exhale, slight diagonal, find stability. Inhale back to the center, little tiny movements here. Exhale, round the spine and hollow. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, little off balance. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, round, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, stabilize. Inhale, find neutral. Exhale to round. Inhale, extend. Just pause for a moment. And then exhale, hand down, knee down, tabletop position. Separate your knees as wide as your mat apart. And then slide your right hand underneath your left arm. Right ear comes to the floor. Left arm can reach overhead out in front of you as you turn the chest. So it's a nice twist here. Good, one more breath into that right side. Good. Bring the left hand back in line with your head. Slowly press back to all fours. And then you're gonna round like you're coming into cat pose. And just tuck your toes and find a hollow shape here. Almost like you would press back to down dog, but just find a hollowing of the deep low belly. Here for 3. Shoulders down the back for 2. And 1. Lower the knees down. Separate the knees apart. And then left arm underneath the right arm. The right arm extends overhead. And just turn the bottom ribs, bottom waist to help you get a little bit more space into the left side of the spine. Feel the connection between the right side and right hips, left side, left hips. Good, and then slide the right hand back in line with your face. Press yourself up. Once again, tuck your toes, find a hollow shape from the low belly, but this time press your chest back, then lift the thighs. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And just take a couple deep breaths here as you start to feel the muscles aliven. Start to wrap around the bones. Spread your fingers and feel that the biceps spin a little bit forward, broadening the collarbones apart. Create that action and then knit the front ribs in. And inhale, lift the heels high. Exhale, left knee bends, drive the right heel down towards the sticky mat. Inhale, both heels up, sitting bones high. Exhale, left heel down. Good, one more each side. Inhale, right heel to the earth. Spread the toes and lift them if you can. Inhale, heels high. Exhale, left heel down, drive the heel down, maybe lift the toes. Inhale, both heels up. Then exhale, shift forward into a plank pose. Strong spine. Feel like the whole front of your body is pulling into the back body. And then pull your hands towards one another. And then try to pull your hands back towards your feet. Feel the front body turn on. Last inhale. Then exhale, lower all the way to the floor. You can lower it to knees first. And then stretch the legs a little bit further back than the pelvis. Keep the pelvis rooted down, toenails spread. Inhale, roll the chest open, coming into Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Exhale, lower right cheek to the mat or floor. Inhale, lifting up, peel the shoulder blades down the back, feel the front of the heart lift forward and up. Then exhale, left cheek down. 2 more, just like that. Inhale, tailbone lengthens to the heels, navel draws into the back. Exhale, right cheek down. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, left cheek down. This time as you inhale, rise up. And then take the arms straight back. Option to grab your towel or strap, pull the strap or towel apart, or interlace your palms. Lift the arms, lift the legs. Shalavasana for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Hands in line with the chest. Tuck the toes. Press back into downward facing dog. Take a smooth cycle of breath in and out. Feel awake and engaged. Inhale, dog pose. Exhale, right foot steps forward. Back knee to the floor. And inhale, take the arms up, coming into a low crescent lunge. Good. From here, keep rooting down through the left ankle and the back shin. Grab a hold of your left wrist with your right hand. And then lift up like you're trying to pull that arm up from the frontal hip point. And then reach up and over to the right. So you get a little bit deeper stretch here through the psoas. And just continue to root down through the back shin as you open up left side body. Now, see if you can start to round your chest a little bit forward and down towards the floor. See if that feels, where that feels different. For me, it's a little bit more into the back body when I do that. And then try to turn the right ribs up to the sky so you're almost in a little bit more of a back bend. I tend to feel that a little bit more in the front of the left hip. So inhale everything back to center, back to neutral. Exhale, hands down. Step back into downward facing dog. And just root down through the feet. And inhale, shift forward to plank. And then exhale, lower all the way down. One breath this time, Bhujangasana. Inhale, shoulders roll back and open, chest lifts up. Then exhale through all fours, or plank, downward facing dog. Inhale, dog pose. Try to pull the top thighs apart. Exhale, left foot forward, back knee to the floor. Arms carry you up. Try and keep your gaze soft as you're practicing. So keep the eyes relatively soft. Face is not too overly active. With your left hand, grab a hold of your right wrist. Root down through the right shin, ankle. And then lift up and then over. Getting into the deep psoas if you can. Feeling from that deep right inner thigh all the way into the bottom of the right rib cage. And then you have the opportunity to explore range of motion here. Maybe turn the chest down. Feel where that stretch goes. Maybe turn the left ribs under, get more of a back bend, but keep the front ribs in. And then bring everything back to upright and center. Hands to the ground. Step back, downward facing dog. And from your down dog, go ahead and look forward. And then walk your feet forward as you come into a forward fold, Uttanasana. As you let your head and neck drop, spread your feet. And bend the knees plenty here. So let your knees bend as much as allows your spine to dip further forward. And then just play. Shift your weight a little bit forward to the ball mounds of your feet. And then all the way back towards the heels. Just feel those two different edges. And then find somewhere right in between. Ground through the feet, spread the toes, hands to shins. Inhale, halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Sternum lengthens forward, pubic bone back. Exhale, refold, lengthening the spine. Again, inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Lift the kneecaps up into the quadriceps. Exhale, refold. Inhale, sweep the arms up, reach all the way to the sky, grounding down through firm feet. And exhale, hands soften into the heart center, Samastiti. And just pause, feel your body finding the plumb line, the main center of your body, front to back, side to side. Just let it all root down through the feet. As you inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold forward deeply. Let the head and neck go. Inhale, take the arms up. Reach tall, feel the length and lift through the side body. And exhale, hands come into heart center. Go twice more, just like that, slow and controlled. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale as you bow forward. Inhaling, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhaling, fold deeply. Inhale, we rise, reaching hard up, gazing towards the thumbs, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhaling, hands come into the heart center. Last one here, inhale. Exhaling, fold forward. Inhaling, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky, stretch all the way up. Keep growing taller. And exhale, hands soften into the heart center. Good. Inhale, arms to sky. Exhale as you fold forward, Uttanasana. Now separate the feet hip width distance apart. Bring your left hand to the floor or maybe to a block or fingertips. Right leg straightens, left knee bends, right arm reaches to the sky. So it's a little twist here, turning from the bottom left ribs. Crown of the head reaches forward, sitting bones reach back. One more inhale, maybe even see if you can soften on your face, maybe a smile perhaps, if you can manage it. Exhale, fold forward, releasing everything down. Just take a breath, feel settled into the feet. And then right hand out in front of you, right knee bends, left arm reaches up to the sky. And press down with the rooted arm to lift the left shoulder up off the chest as you turn the back ribs, coiling the spine. Last inhale, ground into the feet. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, right foot back, knee to the floor. Inhale, arms up, one breath. Exhale, hands down, step back, plank pose. Inhale to plank, exhale to chaturanga or floor. Inhale, cobra pose or Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, lifting up and back, downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths. And try to lift and lengthen yourself, creating a little more space in your spine. Inhale, float the right leg up and back, slow and controlled, like you're pressing up against thicker air. And exhale, knee to nose. Step it all the way through, back knee to the floor. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down. Step forward, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Heart rises. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms sweep to the sky. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Same thing, second side. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, left foot back, knee down. Inhale, arms reach. Keep pressing down into your foundation. Hug the outer hips in. Exhale, hands down. Step back, plank. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale to chaturanga or floor. Inhale, find your back bend. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. 2 breaths, smooth, steady, spreading the feet. And again, try to pull your yoga mat apart with your feet today. So like you're pulling your feet apart, top thighs apart. And then slow and controlled, inhale, left leg lifts, like you're pushing up against water. Create a little resistance. Then exhale, knee to nose, step forward. Back knee to the floor. Inhale the arms up. Maybe look up. Exhale, hands down. Step forward and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, we rise, reaching all the way up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Just pause again. Take 2 slow and controlled breaths. Just feel everything from your feet all the way through your body, through the top of your head. Go ahead and take the arms up. Separate your feet about hip width distance apart. And then bring your left hand to your left hip. Take an inhale, find center, like you're almost creating the action of squeezing a block between the inner thighs. Then exhale, reach up and over, opening up the right side. Inhale, hold the side stretch, keep grounding into both feet. Exhale, rise back up. Just 2 more like that. Inhale, hold center, keep the front ribs in. Exhale, reach up and over. Inhale, hold the stretch. And exhale, rise back up. Last time, the same side, inhaling. And exhale, reach. Keep grounding into the feet. Try not to let the weight shift onto the left foot. Keep pressing right foot into the floor. Inhale, hold. And exhale, come back up. Good. Release the right arm. Just feel the energy of the right side of the body. Notice where you feel more alive, more awake, more sensation. Then the left arm reaches up. Stay grounded into both feet. Inhale. Then exhale, reach up and over. Keep pressing left foot down to find length. Inhale, hold the side stretch. And exhale, press down to rise back up. Hold on the inhale. Then exhale, reach. Inhale, hold into that left side, expand it. Exhale, press into the feet to rise tall. Last time here, stay rooted into both feet. Inhale. Exhale to reach. Inhale, stay. And exhale, come back up. Release both arms and feel the left side of your body. Feel the current of energy. Bring the feet back together. Bend the knees. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. As you exhale, round your spine deeply. Bring your pinky and ring finger towards the floor. So you hollow up through the low belly. Inhale, back into your chair pose. Exhale, sink 2 inches deeper. Inhale, hold. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step or hop the legs back through your vinyasa. You can always skip it and go straight to downward facing dog. Once you arrive in downward facing dog, inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through. Left hand is your foundation. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Simple twist. Ground into your left foot and lift from the inseam of the back thigh. Turn the left ribs towards that right inner thigh and then hug the outer right thigh back in towards the body. Last in breath. And exhale, hands down. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, dog pose. Exhale, again, press the feet down. Try to pull the yoga mat apart with the top thighs. Inhale, left leg lifts up slowly with control. Exhale, knee to nose, step forward. Right hand grounds, left arm reaches up. Find your twist. And keep the left inner ankle, inner big toe mound grounded as you hug the outer top thigh in. And then let the right side body lengthen as you turn and rotate your spine. Last inhale, press the feet down, make the hips feel light. And exhale, hands to the mat, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward plank pose. Exhale to chaturanga or floor. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Strong legs. Exhale, press yourself back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Gaze forward towards the front edge of your mat. Bend the knees, lightly step, walk, or maybe hop. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, rise to stand. And just pause, feel your body. Good. We're going to come back into the chair pose, Utkatasana. Hands can come to heart center. Now keep drawing the hip creases further back and then take your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. And once you get it there, see if you can drop the sitting bones down, lift the chest, and then turn from the left side. Stay here and breathe. And then try this. See if you can root down into your right foot as you lift the left foot up off the floor. Make it light. And then slide it back into revolved crescent lunge, Pavrita Anjaneyasana. Good. Continue to breathe. Crown of the head is lengthening away from the back heel. As you inhale, rise up open into Virabhadrasana 2. So ground down into the feet, spread the arms apart. Take an inhale here. And exhale, left elbow on top of right. So your Garudasana arms, left elbow is on top of right elbow. Press the palms together, spread the upper back. Inhale, re-extend the arms. Exhale, straighten the front leg. So you're going to move now towards triangle pose. If you need a block, grab it, place it down towards that right outer ankle. Keep the right side body long as the right sitting bone wraps under. And then spread the arms apart. Feel all limbs are pressing and spreading the midsection of the body. Toes are soft, breath is smooth. Really feel the quality of your breath here, alive in the pose. Gaze down at your right foot, and you're going to shift forward into Ardha Chandrasana. So again, you might need a block here underneath the fingertips. Spin the left inner leg back towards the wall behind you, or whatever's behind you, and then lengthen your tailbone back towards the back edge of your mat. And one last breath here. Exhale, hands down, square the hips and pause. Inhale. And exhale, knee to nose and round your spine deeply. And then place the left foot to meet the right foot, forward fold. Let the head drop, feel the feet rooted. Bend your knees, inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. And then this time, right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. So twisting with the left foot root down. And just feel here for a moment as you drop the sitting bones, continue to turn and twist. Maintain that hugging in of the left outer hip. Then shift weight to the left foot, make the right toes light. Send them back with control. Keep the right leg illuminated. So use the muscles of the right leg to wrap around the bones and then turn from the back waist. Last breath here. On your inhale, slowly rise all the way up and come into Virabhadrasana 2, second warrior. Nice work. Stay rooted down into the feet as the arms spread the upper body open. Feel like your right hip, right shoulder are reaching back in space as the left inseam of the leg takes you forward. And then right elbow on top of left elbow. And so press the palms together. Shoulder blades soften down. Feel your weight get balanced between the 2 feet. And one more cycle of breath. Good. Inhale, extend the arms open. Good. And then straighten the front leg. Turn the right toes in. The left arm reaches long. Feel the full length of the left side body. Hand comes down to floor, block. Just some support so you can press down and elongate. Tailbone draws down towards the back heel. And then see how long you can get the left waistline. As you turn, maybe gaze towards the left thumb. But here's the thought, if it doesn't feel good on your neck, why look up? Just keep your gaze straight out to the side, or maybe even down. Last inhale, spread open, reach crown of head forward. And then bend the left knee lightly, look down. And shift forward, Ardha Chandrasana. Balancing half moon pose. So maybe even getting light enough to not need the fingertips. Wrap the left hip back, right inner thigh back, and spread the limbs. Last breath, stay with your balance. And exhale, hands down. Pause here with the hands to the floor or onto fingertips or blocks. And then exhale, draw the knee to nose and round deeply in your spine. And right foot meets the left, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold deeply, completely. Let the head and neck drop. Grab a hold of your big toes with the peace fingers. Inhale, lengthen out halfway. And exhale, fold. Elbows wrap around, head drops towards the earth. And feel the soles of your feet spread from the inner and the outer edges. Feel like you can then draw that energy up through the rest of the legs, front and back of the thighs. Good. Release your toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back through the vinyasa or right into down dog. Once in down dog, gaze towards the back ankles, take a breath in, complete breath out. Then inhale, right leg lifts. This time, bend the knee and roll the hips open, but keep your left kneecap facing forward, straight ahead, driving the left heel to the floor. Keep both hands pressing into the ground. Take the left outer thigh back. Last inhale. And exhale, step your right foot about halfway forward on your mat. Turn the toes out. And take that left hand, step it a little bit more forward. And you're just going to lower the hips all the way down. So just take a moment here and enjoy the ease of being here for a second. Feel this left outer side body lengthening. Left leg is straight back and you're on the outer left thigh. So it's like a modified Vashisthasana. Take your right arm back. As you inhale, you're going to push down to that left outer edge of the foot and the sole of the right foot as you take your right arm up and overhead. Get a nice side stretch through the right body. And exhale, lower. Good. Inhale, lift up and over. And lower. Good. One more. Stay with it if you can. Inhale. And exhale. Then take your right hand forward. Pivot your feet to face forward. And then you're going to step the back foot up so you're in Parsvottanasana or pyramid pose. Again, hands can come to blocks or fingertips to the floor. Press into both feet and lift the hips back. Inhale here. Exhale, we're going to take a twist. Left hand to the floor or block. Right hand can come to the right hip. Draw it back and hug in. And then right arm to the sky. Breathing here for 5. Ground into your feet. 4. Lengthen through the crown of the head for 3. 2 and 1. Hands down. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, dog pose. Exhale all the breath out. And then inhale, left leg up. Bend the knee, stack the hips open. Again, keep peeling the right outer thigh back as you ground the heel. Another inhale. And then exhale, knee to nose. And just step the left foot, again, about halfway forward. Turn the toes out. Right hand comes a little bit forward of your shoulder. So you don't want to be sinking into your shoulder here. You want to be lengthening the right side body. Right leg is strong and straight. Left foot stays grounded. Just take a breath here and just feel the ease for a moment. Just feel the intensity of the practice just tapering back for a moment. And reach your left arm back and then inhale. Lift the hips, reach the left arm up and overhead. Exhale, lower left hand down. Good, 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last time, inhale. And exhale. And then turn your hands forward, square your hips, step the back foot up again about 1/3 of the way. Ground fingertips, hands, palms, whatever you have. And then fold deeply over your legs. Try to spread the surface of your feet as you feel the inner thighs lengthen back, drawing tailbone towards the floor. Inhale out halfway. Right hand comes to floor, inside or outside the left foot. Keep grounding into your back heel as you turn and spin the chest from the back ribs. And left arm can reach to the sky. Left outer hip hugs back and in. Continue to draw the sternum, the front ribs in as the back expands. Last inhale. Exhale, hands down. Step back to downward facing dog. And then from down dog, drop down to your knees. Bring your hands together in prayer, and the elbows will be just as wide as the shoulders. And you're going to really push down to this outer part of your palm as we take dolphin pose. So I'm going to offer dolphin pose for right now. If you have other inversions or arm balances that are a part of your practice that you want to work on right now, honor that in your body, or if you need child's pose or whatever it is you need right now. But we'll do about a minute or two of some inversion practice. So to practice dolphin pose, which builds a lot of strength for your inversions, especially headstand and forearm balance, push down to the outer edge of the palms and lift your hips up and back, just like you're in downward facing dog. Pulling the front ribs in, pushing down evenly into both arms. And if this feels really easy here and you want to work on more stability, try lifting one leg and then place it back down, and then lifting the other leg, draw it back down. Good. And you can play around with this a little bit longer. And then obviously if you have other inversions, if you want to come to headstand, I'd prefer you not kick up into headstand, but that you lift. You can draw one knee in and then lift up. You can do it with straight legs. It's a little harder, but bending the knees into the chest might make that transition a little more smooth. Once you're in your inversion, keep trying to grow taller by hugging inward and upward. Good. Last breath, wherever you are. Start to slowly come on down. And just come to a child's pose. Take one or two breaths. And if you're in child's pose, just stay there. Press forward to all fours. And then tuck your toes, lift up and back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in your down dog. And then exhale, you're going to bring your right knee across your body, hugging it in towards your left elbow. And then extend the right leg straight out to the side. Then you'll lower your hips all the way to the floor. So the right leg is straight across your body. If you can, you might need to lower it. Some of you might need to move it higher. And the back foot, you can have it top of the foot to the floor or back toes tucked under. And then you're going to try to lower your torso towards the ground. Right leg is very active here. You should feel some sensation perhaps along that right outer thigh. And come down to the forearms, or maybe even all the way chest to the ground, depending on what you're feeling. Just a few more slow, deep breaths into this whole outer panel of the right leg. And see if you can let your attention spread evenly across the sensations in your body. So although the sensation of the right leg might be a little bit more intense at the moment, still being aware of the left leg, still being aware of the breath. Good. And then press yourself up using your hands and take that right leg and just slide it in for a pigeon pose. So if pigeon pose doesn't work for you, come onto your back, take a figure 4, flex your right foot, drawing your right hip back, and wrap your left hip forward. So you're going to set up for a pigeon pose. and then lower all the way down. You can come to your forearms. You can bring the head to a block. Just about 5 to 7 slow, deep breaths. Keep the right hip crease lengthening back as the left hip wraps forward. Nice, and then slowly start to press yourself back up. Plant your palms. Come back into downward facing dog. Now from down dog, turn your right heel in and down as you lift your hips up and back, and then turn to the right. So you get into that right outer thigh, just like we were working into a moment ago. Just feel if it's a little bit more spacious, a little more open. And then come back to downward facing dog. Inhale and down dog. Exhale, bring your left knee across your body, and then extend the left leg straight out. Lower the hips with control. Again, back foot depends on what feels best for you. You might turn the back foot to face forward. Top of the foot can come to the floor if that feels better. But more focus on keeping the left leg straight here as this right outer hip wraps forward and down. So if you're not feeling it in the left outer hip, try to get the right outer hip to spin forward and down. And just 3 more breaths here, feeling the intensity, to whatever degree it's intense, on that left outer thigh. Last 2. And 1, start to walk the hands back under the shoulders. Tuck the back toes just enough to slide the left foot, kind of sneak it into half pigeon pose. Keep the ankle really active here. Press the left outer shin down. And with the top of that right ankle, just make sure it's in line with your right shoulder as the hips wrap forward and you fold. And see if you can just invite your awareness to rest on a little deeper breath in and out. Like the breath is a gift you're giving to yourself, sort of like an offering of compassion, if you will. How can you be a little bit more compassionate with yourself? And one way might be just breathing a little more fully, breathing a little more consciously. Last cycle here. And then walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Step your left leg back into dog pose. Spin the left heel in and down so the left toes turn out. Right knee bends and then turn to the left. Lengthen the left outer hip back. Good, and then come back to downward facing dog. And then drop down to your knees. Lower all the way to the floor. So this is the part where you might need your blanket, and if you have a wooden floor out in front of you, then you're going to set that blanket up out in front with your hands against the floor. Now those of you that don't have a setup here where you have a blanket that can slide, you're just going to stay with the legs really strong and active here, reaching both feet back, and then each time you lift up into cobra pose, try to meet that same point when you come back up. So you can also spread the arms out for a little more support, drawing the floor back. Those of you with a towel, hands to the towel or blanket about shoulder width distance apart. Stretch the inner thighs up towards the ceiling and spread the tops of the feet. Press the toenails down. Draw the navel in, and then begin to pull your blanket back towards you as you lift the chest up, shoulder blades draw down the back. And then exhale, release, extending the arms out. Head comes back to the ground. We'll do 2 more of those, slow and controlled. Pulling back against the blanket, Try not to let one arm overpower the other. Chest lifts, head lifts, and then re-extend. And one more, pulling the blanket back towards you. Try to really get the shoulder blades down, chest scooping forward and up, biceps spin up. Hold here for 3, hold at the top if you can for 2, 1, and then actively press the arms away, lengthening the shoulders. And then just one hand on top of the other, rest your head. Take a couple of breaths. Just feel all the sensation of back bending. And then from here you're going to take your left hand on top of your right hand, and your right hand will be in line with your right shoulder. Pelvis stays equally balanced and grounded, legs stay grounded. As you inhale, you're going to lift up on this diagonal, and then exhale, just gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale, bring the head back to center. Exhale, re-extend back out towards that right diagonal. Inhale, draw up. Exhale, gaze back. Inhale, gaze center. And exhale, lower down. Just one more like that on this side. Inhale, draw up. Exhale, gaze over right shoulder. Inhale, center. Then exhale, extend. Just pause. Again, take a breath or two, just with the head relaxing into the hands. And breathe deeply. Breathe fully. Second side, the left hand, again, is in line with the left shoulder. Right hand goes right on top of it. Grounded to your legs, feel the legs energized. As you inhale, pull the blanket towards you to lift up. Exhale, gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale, gaze center. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up. And exhale, look to left shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Then exhale, extend. Last time here, stay with it. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, turn your gaze to the left shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, release. And then just, again, let your head rest for a couple of deep breaths. Not too long. Good. Now, you're going to take your arms back in line with your hips, so palms facing down. And ground through your pelvis. Start to press the pelvis into the floor, pubic bones into the floor, and lift your legs from the inner thighs. Press the hands into the floor, scoop the chest forward and up. Use all that work that we just did. Keep this here, staying for Shalabhasana, or bend both knees, keep the knees narrow, reach back, grab a hold of the tops of the feet or the ankles, and then begin to kick back into your shins, scoop the chest forward and up. Breathing here, just 5 breaths in Dhanurasana if you can. If not, stay with Shalabhasana. Last 3. Lifting heart, spreading the collarbones. 2. And 1. Slowly release all the way back to the floor. And rest. Good. So you're going to bring your hands back and slowly press yourself back up. And we're just going to take 2 or 3 breaths in downward facing dog, really just to lengthen the pelvis and spine after back bending. So downward facing dog, couple of breaths. And take a nice bend into the knees and feel the sitting bones lengthen, sides of the spine extend. Good. Drop your knees down to the floor. You're going to take your left knee behind your right knee as you sit back onto your sitting bones, coming to Gomukhasana with the legs. And then ground down through your sitting bones and begin to fold forward. Let your head and neck drop. You can even bring a block or some support underneath the right. So you might bring a block to support the head, or make sure both sitting bones stay grounded. Take one last breath. As you inhale, come on up. And take your right arm out to the right. Stretch your left arm up and overhead. And this time as you reach your left arm up and overhead, spin the outer arm forward and take your left fingertips towards your left shoulder blade. And then see if you can get that left elbow crease to the back of your head as you lean back. Getting a little bit deeper stretch for the left side. Left sitting bone stays grounded. Last inhale. And then exhale, slowly come back up. Release your legs and just switch. Left knee on top of right knee. So again, ground into your seat. Feel both sitting bones are equally rooted down as your foundation, and then fold. And if they're not feeling balanced, then maybe sit up onto something that helps you to level out your pelvis from right to left side. Folding more deeply on the exhalations. One last cycle of breath here, letting the thigh bones stay heavily down towards the bottom of the hip sockets. And then come on up. Take your left arm out to the left. Spin the left bicep away from you as the right arm reaches overhead. And then if right arm reaching overhead is plenty of sensation, just stay with that. If you'd like to explore further, wrap the outer arm forward, bend the elbow, hand comes to the shoulder blade. As you push the hand down against the shoulder blade, lean your head back into that right arm and elbow as you find a deeper side bend. Last breath. Slowly press back up, release. And then we're going to take the legs wide apart for Upavishta Konasana. So, setting yourself up, legs wide apart, and then bring your fingertips back behind you to really prop your spine up. Feel like you can broaden the chest, lift the collarbones and spread them apart, and then reach the heels away in that same degree of energy. Feel the heels pressing away. And then begin to fold easily at the hip creases. So any amount that you fold is fine. Just move forward deeper into sensation on the exhale. So the inhale holds the space, and the exhale just invites you a little bit further. Just following next few cycles of breath into your depth, into your edge. And just keep in mind that the edge of your postures towards the end of your practice might be very different than the edges of the posture that you explore throughout perhaps the beginning or middle or peak part of your class. It's just something to think about. Maybe it doesn't need to be as intense towards the end. Maybe there's a little settling, softening, rounding of the edges. And really just to get the whole system ready for Shavasana. One last breath, reaching legs in opposition. And slowly start to come back upright. Draw your knees in and come to lie down on your backs. So we're taking Shavasana with whatever support that you might need. So Legs can extend. You can place a bolster underneath the backs of your knees, or come to the wall and take legs up the wall pose, Viparita Karani. You have several options. But wherever you are, just start to wind down in your practice. Start to let go of efforting. You've done all the effort. This evening's practice, we're going to do something called a metta meditation, a meditation on loving kindness. So let someone come to mind for whom you care about very deeply. Someone with whom you have no complex or complicated feelings for. And as you picture this person, imagine them being very happy. Picture yourself wanting them to be very happy. Perhaps wishing that this person be free from any suffering or pain. And just emanating a sense of goodwill. You want this person to be healthy and thriving in their lives. If your attention wanders or you've become lost in thought, just very gently return your attention back to wishing the very best of intentions towards this person. Now imagine this person in the face of suffering. Imagine yourself removing that suffering. And now imagine that this person is experiencing a great deal of joy or excitement. Notice yourself here too, feeling a sense of happiness for them. You truly want this person to be happy. You wish them to be healthy. You wish that they stay free from suffering or fear or pain. Now, shift your attention to envisioning yourself. It may be easier to imagine yourself as a very young child, or yourself as you are now.
And can you wish for yourself that you be happy? May I be healthy. May all my joys and wishes be realized. Wishing here for yourself too that you be free from suffering. That you avoid pain and fear. And really wishing this for yourself. May I be happy. May I be healthy. And may I be free from suffering. And just carefully start to deepen your breath once again. Find movement in your hands and feet. Roll out the ankles, the wrists. And just stretch your whole body out long. And drawing your knees in towards your chest one at a time. Roll to your right side. And press on up to a comfortable seat. And as you just sit here for a moment, reflect on the practice and your experience from when it first started to now. Okay. Thank you for joining today's practice, Yoga with Kayvon. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you here next time.